Hey, what's up everyone? HayDayGuides here, and today I'll be bringing you the 7th video in my Let's Play series, Quest for the Golden Trout and All of the Fish. This is a special one since we are going after the 4 new fish, or fish that can only be caught during the special event. Also, this is the last 4 fish we need to finish off our scrapbook. So let's go ahead and get started by throwing a green lure out there, and hopefully we can get one of these 4 new fish on the line here. As you can see, we got a fish with a pretty small circle size, and the outside circle is closing in very slowly, which is what you're going to want to look for all the 4 big fish or new fish that can only be caught during this special event. As you can see, we get very close to catching it a few times there, but it really starts to pull away, and the outer circle definitely closes in very slowly, but whenever it gets outside that, it really starts to get away pretty fast. And as this fish continues to try to fight away, it starts to get away a little bit there, but we keep trying to reel it in and get into that nice small circle. And as you can see, definitely can be kind of hard to keep this fish from getting away, as it almost gets away a couple times there, but luckily it doesn't pull too far away that we lose it, and we keep it on our line as we try to pull it back in and get that outer circle smaller so that we can catch this fish here. Seems like every time we get very close to catching it, it decides to really put up a lot of fight and get away, but after quite a while of fighting with this fish, looks like we finally reeled it in and caught our first new fish, which is the Xander. So with that, looks like we are off to a good start in this Let's Play, so hopefully our luck for catching new fish stays up as we go over to area 2 over here and try our luck with a blue lure. I went ahead and dropped this first fish off my line since the outer circle was moving in pretty fast, which means it's probably not one of these 4 special fish, since all 4 of these fish have outer circles that move in very slowly. Looks like we got a fish on the line here with a small circle and a outer circle that's closing in very slowly, so hopefully this is another one of our 4 new fish. And as we get close to catching it there, it starts to fight and get away a little bit, but almost catch it there a second time and keep trying, almost catch it a third time, and finally reel it in and catch our second new fish, which is the giant barb. We can add that fish too now to our scrapbook, which means we are already halfway through catching these 4 new or special event fish. And we are also off to a great start to this Let's Play, with our first 2 fish that we have caught being new fish. So hopefully we can keep that up and go 4 for 4 in catching the new fish that we need for the scrapbook. I've gone ahead and sped the video up here, as right now I'm just trying to get a fish on the line that has a small to medium inner circle and an outer circle that closes in very slowly, since all 4 of these special or new fish all have a small to medium size inner circle and an outer circle that closes in very slowly, which, if you notice with the fish that I just caught, the outer circle closed in pretty fast, so I probably should have paid attention and actually dropped that fish off my line. I think the reason that I didn't drop that fish was because I was hoping that it would be one of the 4 new fish so I could get this video done quickly and it wouldn't be too long. When going after these 4 new fish, the things that you're going to want to look for to make sure that you have one of the 4 on your line is the fact that you have a small to medium sized circle, which means that it's pretty much between, a little bit in between the small size circle that we've seen and the medium sized circle. Also, you are going to want to look for an outer circle that closes in very slowly. Sometimes the outer circle will close in very slowly in the beginning and then speed up, but with these 4 new fish, the outer circle will close in very slowly the entire time. So that's another way to tell if you have one of the 4 special event or big fish on your line. Another characteristic that you can look out for with these big fish is that they usually won't change which direction the fish is swimming or which way it is fighting, which means that if you have a fish that is constantly changing directions, it's most likely not one of these 4 new fish, since they are big fish and don't change their direction very often. If you look for all those things, you'll most likely be able to tell about 90 to 100% of the time if you have one of these 4 new fish on your line, and be able to not waste lures on catching the other smaller fish if you are only trying to go for these 4 big or special event fish. If you've been paying attention to the video, you can see that I haven't had much luck lately, since the only fish I've caught are either old fish, or if it is one of the new fish, I keep catching the zander again. You may have also noticed that I keep jumping around from area to area. The only reason for this is because all 4 of these fish are caught in every area. So if I'm not having any luck in one area, or I'm just tired of fishing in that area, I'll just switch it up to a different one. However, I did try to stay in areas 1, 2, 3, and 8 for a little more time, since the pictures in the scrapbook of the 4 fish are for those 4 areas, which leads some people to believe that you may have a better chance of catching them in those 4 areas than the others. While I got some time here, for those of you who haven't seen already, I have a contest video out there that has some very awesome prizes, including a free iPad Air and tons of free diamonds that are being given away. So if you haven't seen it, be sure to check out that video. I'll leave a link in the video description as well as one on the screen right now. The contest lasts until December 24th, so be sure to enter that for your chance at some awesome prizes. Also, with this video series now being wrapped up, unless they come out with some more fish to catch, I'm looking for ideas for what my next Let's Play series is going to be about. So if you have any, go ahead and comment down below and I'll be sure to take it into consideration and maybe make a Let's Play series about your suggestion. Also, I know I've been promising a lot of people some guides and other videos that will be coming out soon. So I'm happy to announce that within the next few days I'll have a guide on how to best use Tom, which will include how to use him to get diamonds, make money, gain experience, and get vouchers. I'll actually be including in that video what I believe is the best and easiest way to get vouchers quickly, or at least fairly quickly. So get excited and keep an eye out for that video. I'll also be trying to make some more guide videos coming up very soon, including videos on the 4 new machines that are out now, which are the sauce maker, sushi bar, salad bar, and sandwich bar, plus a video for the candy machine. I'll also be trying to post some guides on how to decorate your farm, how to earn money quickly, and how to get vouchers easily. If you have any other suggestions, go ahead and comment down below and I'll be sure to try to make a video about that. Also, if you have any other comments about this series or just fishing in general, be sure to leave a comment down below, as it's always great to hear from you guys. But anyways, back to fishing now. Looks like while I was talking about all that other stuff, I only caught a zander and a rudd, which means I'm doing a pretty good job of being selective about which fish I reel in, since most of the fish that I've actually caught have been one of the 4 special event or new fish. Gonna throw another blue lure here out in area 8, and looks like we got a fish in a line that has a pretty small circle here, and the outer circle is moving in very slowly, as well as this fish isn't changing directions very much, which means it's most likely one of our 4 new fish. And as we reel it in here pretty easily, we can see we got another new fish, which is the lake sturgeon. With this one now added to our scrapbook, that brings us up to 3 new fish and means we only have 1 new fish to catch. As I create another green lure here and speed the video back up, we can hopefully catch this last fish here pretty quickly. The last fish that we need, which is the carp, can be caught with both the green and the gold lure. So right now I'm just bouncing around from area to area using a green lure, and whenever I get a fish on my line, making sure that it is one of the 4 new fish by looking at the 2 circle sizes and seeing if the characteristics of the fish on my line match those of what we know the 4 special event or big fish do when they are on the line. As I'm fishing in area 3 here, it looks like I got a fish on my line that matches all the characteristics needed to be one of the special event fish, which as I catch it, you can see I was correct, but unfortunately it was a zander, which we already caught. I decided to go ahead and cut out some of the video right here, since it was a lot like the first part of this video, where I was just being pretty cautious and dropping fish off my line, or accidentally reeling in the wrong fish, or if it was one of the 4 new fish, reeling in a zander and not one of the other 3. Actually, the only 2 fish that I caught in the part that I cut out there were a rudd and a zander. So even with catching a choho salmon there, I'm still doing pretty good on being picky and only catching these special event or new fish. Now in area 3 with a green lure out there, it looks like we got a fish on the line with a small circle, and the outer circle is closing in very slowly, so it has all the signs that this is a new fish. And as we get closer and closer to catching it, it's not putting up much of a fight, and we catch it And that big old fish that jumped out of the water is our last of the 4 special event fish, which is the carp. So with catching our last fish, we can now go over and open up our scrapbook. And once we open it up, we can first of all go ahead and collect the diamonds for these 4 new fish that we caught. Then once we're done collecting all these diamonds, we can go ahead and flip all the way back to the first page. And once we are there, we can see that as we flip back through, every page has 4 pictures of the different fish, meaning we have caught at least one of the 3 size medals of each fish. And as we get to the last page here, we can see that we have caught all 34 fish, which brings us to the end of this video and the end of this Let's Play series. I hope you all enjoyed watching the series. I know I enjoyed making these videos, as well as the challenge to catch all the fish, but I'm happy to say that the quest for the golden trout and all other fish has been completed. Other than that, thanks for watching, everyone.